Well, the end of an era in Valley sports. Yesterday is Diana Taurasi's press conference to make her retirement locally official happens, and we are pleased, as we always are, when the GOAT joins us herself. Diana Taurasi checks in here on the Arizona Sports Line. Diana, good morning.
D, what's happening?
Good morning, you guys. How are you in this wonderful morning in the Valley with a little bit of a drizzle?
Yeah,
we're doing great.
We're doing fine. We're out of the elements, so we're good. Do you get tired of getting called the GOAT yet? Do you think that'll ever happen?
I'm actually starting to get used to it a little bit. It made me feel a little bit nauseous at the beginning, but now that I really don't have to prove it anymore, I kind of like it.
One of the things I've been saying this morning, I left that press conference yesterday with my heart full because it looks like you're really at peace with everything, and it looked like when you were sitting in that beautiful facility, and the W now is becoming, it's blowing up in a good way, and you helped build this. You may not be reaping all the rewards, and you might have been, struggling to get through that process of the league's history. But what it is today is largely due to you and Sue and a lot of your colleagues. How do you feel about that, Diana?
Oh, there's a pride factor there that, and I think I said it yesterday. It goes beyond, the monetary advancement of the league or, the pub it's getting. Those were some hard years we had in that WNBA. And I mean, if you probably talk to a lot of the NBA guys in the, late 80s and early 90s, it was a grind, the travel, having one trainer, two coaches. I mean, we were trying, we'd get done at 11 o'clock at night and go find food. Good luck trying to find food in San Antonio on a Wednesday night at 11 p.m.
Right.
I wasn't doing a lot of eating, I can tell you that.
Diana Taurasi, our guest. Go ahead, D. I'm sorry.
It's to see where it is now with that beautiful building and to have these staffs built out and coaches and analytic coaches and at the end of the day as a pro athlete you want the resources to be the best athlete you can be, the best basketball player you can be in whatever sport, and we finally have that, and for this next generation to be able to really take advantage of that, it's for a lot of us it feels really good.
Diana Taurasi, our guest here on Bickley and Marotta Mornings. Over the course of 20 years, and you talked about a lot of it there, like how far the league has come, but in terms of overall quality of play, when you entered the league as a rookie to where you left it, what are your thoughts on that, Diana?
Yeah, I mean, the game has definitely evolved, and it's changed. It's mirrored the NBA in a lot of ways where the league was just so physical. Probably the first decade I played, it was a lot of vets, a lot of pros that were well seasoned overseas, and we didn't get the one-on-one training, the trainers, the playing against cones and doing fancy moves because the rules just didn't let you do that because you were getting hand checked 94 feet, you were getting bumped. So the game has changed visually in a lot of ways.
One of the reasons why you were a pioneer, I'm gonna quote Kelsey Plum, who gave you a great tribute when you announced your retirement. She said that, and I think she summed it up perfectly. She said she had never seen a female athlete with that much swag, that much fearlessness, and that much unapologetic competitiveness. Back then, female athletes were supposed to act in a certain way, and you came in and blew that archetype out of the water. How do you feel about inspiring a generation and those words that Kelsey said about you?
Yeah, I mean, I love Plum. She's one of my favorites, and the game's in good hands with her. I just always didn't believe that all the gender norms and biases. The minute I got on the court, I felt like all those things went away. It was me and the basketball, and how do I beat you? And it didn't matter how it came. I wasn't trying to play this curated way of acting, and there were some times where I probably didn't act properly, but I was just trying to win. I was trying to compete, and that never would come into my mindset of how does this look tonight? I don't care. I'm trying to win.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Diana, we were talking earlier about the enormity and the impressive nature of your resume, starting back in college, all the championships, all the individual awards, WNBA champions, scoring titles, gold medals, international competitions. Is there anything on the resume that you look at that you're more proud of than the others?
It's like picking between your kids, right? You probably love them both so much, and you can't pick between them. But the one that stands out is the '09 championship here in Phoenix, because we won it at home, Game 5. There's nothing like winning in your home court in your city. There was just such electricity in that building, and we had such a great team. And '09 really was, to me, one of the best basketball years I ever had.
I love the anecdote that you told begrudgingly after you were asked about Sue Bird dropping that knowledge on the podcast with Megan Rapinoe about you guys concocted over many bottles of wine in Russia, maybe forming a super team, and by the time you guys sobered up, you thought better of it. Tell that anecdote again to our listeners, if you don't mind.
Yeah, playing overseas and just being a pro athlete, it's funny. People think, oh, you must be working out, 10 hours a day. Well, actually, the days are pretty short, and you have a lot of time to hang out. And being in Russia, there wasn't a lot of, extracurricular things to do, but to go to dinner and hang out and chat. And then we had a long night, and we plotted about, what if we both went to New York? We get to play against each other, and, we get to enjoy each other's company, and, It went up in smoke pretty quickly. I was like, no, I think I'm going to stay in Phoenix. And she goes, no, I think I'm going to stay in Seattle. We're like, that's probably a better idea.
Yeah, exactly. And so like Shane Doan, like Larry Fitzgerald, you stayed in Phoenix for the entirety of your career. How do you feel about that? I mean, you're locally, you're just revered. So there's got to be great benefits in that. You rattle off all those accomplishments and championships, but wearing one jersey for 20 years, I grew up watching, Magic with one jersey, Michael with one jersey. I don't count the Washington era. Yeah, me neither.
Larry with one jersey. Like, that's, to me, that was like just the way you did it. There was no other way. And in saying that, when you're with a team for 20 years, that's a long relationship. It's not all roses and champagne. There's a lot of ups and downs, There's a lot of years where, I was disgruntled and thought about maybe I should leave. Maybe I need to move on. Maybe the team needs a new fresh start. But at the end of the day, loyalty is a two-way street. And with this city and this fan base and this organization, we just always had it.
We've always enjoyed having you on for interviews over the years. You've always been so gracious with us, so entertaining with us. I mean, this stuff kind of comes naturally to you, Diana. Is broadcasting on the horizon for you? I know NBC is looking for personnel because they got the NBA contract next year. I'm just saying, is that something you'd want to pursue?
I've heard. I've always said I didn't want to do commentating, and I didn't want to be on TV. That was my player mindset, but being removed a little bit, there is nothing like the game of basketball. I know how much you guys enjoy watching it and talking about it and analyzing it, and that's what's so fascinating about it, is every new season, every new team gives you this little hope of, this could be the year. And I think even when you're behind the scenes, you still feel that. And, if that's a way to stay connected to the game that, I've just loved since I touched the basketball, then if those opportunities come by, well, I'll have to take a look at them.
You told a great anecdote yesterday. You talked about how you were working out furiously at home, and Penny looks over at you and says, "What are you doing?" And you're like, "I don't know. I'm just trying to get better." Where are you going to go with that killer competitiveness of yours? Because it doesn't just leave, does it?
No, the void will have to be filled by something else. I'm going to have to pick up maybe a little bit of golf or, tennis. I've always loved. That was always one of my passions growing up, tennis. We just were poor, so didn't play enough of it. But, I don't know. I'm going to have to fill it some way, and that's the beauty. I'm kind of relishing the unknown of, where this kind of fire in my belly is going to take me.
Can I suggest the first competition that you should go down? We've heard for years about the legendary Bickley versus Taurasi horse battle.
Oh, it was not a battle. It was an annihilation.
All the footage of it is so grainy and so unwatchable. We need to get new footage. We need a rematch, Diana.
Well, if we want to do part 2, let's do it. I mean, there's a new building that I feel like I can get into whenever we Bickley, I might need you to put that hair in a little bun, though.
I'll do that for you. I'll do anything for you, D.
Nothing like Bickley in a man bun. Where are we going?
Well, Diana, congratulations on everything, on making it official. It's been a joy to watch you play.
It's been a privilege
for the last
to cover
20 years.
you. It's been awesome, D. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys. Every morning, I'm strapping up the kids and listening to you guys.
Fantastic.
Appreciate it, D. Be well. Diana Taurasi,
Take care.
the GOAT, joining us here on the Arizona Sports Line.
Thanks for watching Bickley and Marotta. Click to see the latest Bickley Blast and hit the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.